Hey, I'm going to do a twin flame reading, and usually my twin flame readings are a little more spaced out than this, but I've been having some really vivid dreams lately, and I feel like there's like maybe some sort of shift happening in the energy. Definitely some sort of sudden shift I'm picking up on. Don't know what it is, but there's something, some shift happening. I don't know if this is with the masculine or the feminine. We'll figure all of that out. I'm gonna get a few oracle cards to start out with, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so tell me about twin flames. What is this sudden shift? Tell me about this sudden shift with twins. This isn't going to resonate with everybody. Everybody is not a twin flame. Every relationship is not a twin flame, no matter how intense. Doesn't make it twin flame. It's not a reason to stick around in a toxic relationship, even if you believe this person's your twin flame. Use your own discernment, though, in every situation. Yeah. So, tell me about this sudden shift. Spirit of the South, fire energy. This is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Sacrifice. Plant seeds. Okay. So, and this is my twin flame card in the deck, 3 balance. Okay. Okay, so I feel like this shift is in the form of some sort of action. I feel like somebody's heart chakra is opening. I'm drawn towards the heart on the front of her dress. Somebody's heart chakra is opening finally. And I feel like with this plant seeds, this is giving me very much like 4 of Swords energy. And I really feel like somebody has had like somebody has come into some sort of alignment in their life recently is what I'm feeling with this, especially with this balance card. Somebody is learning how to balance, because everybody has masculine and feminine energy. Somebody's learning how to balance those two energies. And I did have another reading that I did that started off with this balance card as well. It's the one before the all signs reading. Okay, so these sets of twin flames, like I said, I've been having really like vivid dreams, and this isn't for every set of twin flames, but for a particular set of twin flames, they are energetically connecting with each other through their dreams. These two having their foreheads pressed against each other, I feel like there's some sort of communication going back and forth in dream state. So let's get into the tarot and figure out what this is about. Okay, tell me about twin flames. Also with this sacrifice card, I feel like somebody may be making some sacrifice in their life or something like that. They may be getting rid of something. This could be like a habit. This could be another relationship. This could be somebody's having a shift in their life right now, and they're realizing that there's something that needs to go, is what I'm getting. And I feel like somebody's been having dreams about this. One twin could be dreaming about what's going to occur in the other twin's life. Could be that. Almost every dream that I've had lately has taken place in some sort of vehicle that could resonate for somebody. There's been some vehicle, I've had dreams of like being in a train, being in a boat, being in a car. Something about movement here. Just saw the World card. Okay, Okay, so tell me about twin flames. Tell me about twin flames. I'm not even going to say if this is masculine or feminine. I'm just going to pull the cards and we're going to just see where this goes. Like I said, I was just called to do this. I have no idea what's coming out in this reading other than there's some sort of shift taking place, though. Tell me about the twin flames. Tell me about the twin flames. What do they need to know? Knight of Wands. So there could be some sort of action taking place. Strength card, Leo energy. Somebody finally maybe standing in their power, standing up for themselves. You know, sometimes to get out of a situation or to stop something, it takes inner strength. This could be anything. Like this could be drugs, alcohol, gambling. This could be a relationship, anything. It could be anything, a job. To get out of something that you know may not be good for you takes inner strength to do. It takes a lot to do that. I have the Seven of Wands here. Somebody's definitely drawn a boundary, drawn a line in the sand. I'm seeing that. That's happening. Judgment card, Scorpio energy. Somebody's having some sort of awakening. King of Wands, Aries energy. Yeah. Somebody's definitely taking some sort of action towards something. It's some awakening that somebody is having right now. They're standing at a crossroads. They have, you know, it's like a fork in the road. They can go one way or they could go the other way. And that's where this person's standing right now. But I am seeing action being taken. I have the Six of Cups here. So this is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. By the way, I have fire energy out here, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and water signs out here. I also have the Page of Cups here. And I have the Ace of Swords here. So there is potentially some sort of communication coming in from one twin flame to the other. Don't know if this is the masculine or the feminine. But it's somebody has kind of been like a little nostalgic lately, like thinking about the past. This could be two people who have known each other for a really long time. I'm noticing these cups on the in front of them and the one cup behind, and it's like this offer has been made in the past, and or maybe several times over. These people could have known each other for 6 years, something like that. But anyways, there could be multiple offers in the past, and maybe it was passed over or something like that, and then this one is going to like stick or something like that. With the Page of Cups, I feel like there could be some sort of apology coming. Also, I do feel like maybe when this, if this is a reach out and this does occur, I don't think that it's going to go, I don't think that it's going to be, well, I think it's going to be like kind of lighthearted energy to begin with. I don't think this is going to be, I think the first kind of conversation between these two people is going to be like, how's the weather? How's your mom? You know, whatever. But this Ace of Swords coming in afterwards, I feel like somebody in the situation is going to like, okay, let's cut to the chase. Somebody in the situation is going to be very, what do you want? You know, be straight up. What else do twin flames need to know? And I'll clarify these cards here in a second. I just need to get a couple more out. Five of Wands in the reverse, and then the Knight of Swords out here. So somebody could be, okay, I feel like the one who's doing the reach out is not doing so with the intention of having a fight or something like that. I feel like that's very much what they're trying to avoid, and that's the reason why there has been no reach out happen yet. This is obviously a set of twins who may not be in contact with each other. If they are in contact with each other, there's some sort of conversation that they have not had that they are going to have. But either way, with this Knight of Swords energy right here, I feel like one of them is going to be ready for a fight. One of them is gonna, and if it's not an actual fight, like an actual argument that happens, it's just gonna be very sudden, straight up energy where they're like, "What do you want? I'm not messing around." It's not going to be very happy energy coming from one of them. But I don't particularly see very happy energy coming from the other. I just think there's an energy here where one of them comes forward and is like maybe trying to invoke nostalgia or something like that. Pages are young. So there could be some conversation or something being brought up about being young or something like that. That's not for everybody. So let's clarify this Knight of Wands. Let's clarify this Knight of Wands. You know, this is pretty good because my cards are they're mixed up, reverse and upright. Most of them are upright, except for the Five of Wands, which is in the reverse, which can also, for me, be a little bit of a stalemate as well. There could be some sort of stalemate happening right now between twins. So let's get this Knight of Wands energy. What is this Knight of Wands energy for the Twin Flame Collective? What is this Knight of Wands energy? 11, or I was going to say 11 of Wands again. I call this the 11 of Wands in another ring. 4 of Wands. Somebody could be seeing 1111. That could be like prominent for somebody like that. Or as well, and not just 1111. You could be seeing, somebody could be seeing like 333, 444, 888. They could be seeing any kind of like numbers. I noticed that sometimes, like during when I was having an awakening, I would see palindromes. I think that's what it's called, where you would see 2112, 3113, 3223. Like it would be the same forwards and backwards. I saw that a whole lot. Anyways, somebody is wanting to take action on this connection. I think somebody finally is feeling this connection. I think they're they have the Judgment card here. They're waking up to this connection. I think they finally maybe, like I mentioned, having dreams, vivid dreams. This person could be having vivid dreams. I have the King of Cups here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel like this person may want to express these deep feelings. This could be, if this is, you know, a masculine, they could have been a little like reticent in the past to express their deep feelings for the feminine, or vice versa. But that, I think, is that's coming out here. I have the Strength card, and for that I have the Nine of Swords here, clarifying the Strength card. So I feel like somebody has, there's been some stress over this. This person really has been having a really hard time in a situation here. Like I said before, they're going to draw some sort of line in the sand. And for some situation that they're in, one of the twins is going to draw a line in the sand for some situation that they're in. That has nothing to do with the other twin. This could be another relationship, a marriage or something like that. And I feel like this is going to take some inner strength from this person. Like I said, the vivid dreaming with this Knight of Swords is definitely, this looks like somebody kind of sitting up out of bed with their hands over their face, the swords in the background on the wall, like the writings on the wall. Writings on the wall for one of these people. I'm seeing that. That's what I'm getting from this. What is this Seven of Wands? What's this Seven of Wands, this defensive energy? What is this Seven of Wands? Nine of Cups in the reverse. Two of Swords in the reverse. You know, I feel a little bit like there's some sort of like, there's a block here. There's some sort of stagnation, some block here. As far as this line in the sand, this could be two things as well. This could be one of the twins who has already drawn a line in the sand. This, like I said, this may be a no contact situation. Could be a blocking situation with the Two of Swords in the reverse. I feel like there is some sort of block here happening though. Some sort of block here happening, and this could be an obstacle as well that somebody has to overcome in their lives in order to come towards the other twin. Could be that. Let's get this Judgment card. What's this Judgment card? This awakening, this crossroads. What is this Judgment card? Nine of Wands. I feel like this is giving me energy like somebody wants to fight for this. Like there's been some wounding, there's been all of these things that have happened in the past. This could be somebody who's been very beat up by life before. And maybe they lack a little bit of confidence in themselves. But the King of Wands does not lack confidence here. So there's a reason why this person is lacking in confidence. And this could be like, this situation could have played out over and over again in the past. Either way, this person is stepping forward though. This person's going to do this. There are all these obstacles in place. There maybe even like one person could be blocked out of the other person's life. However, this person is going to somehow cross that obstacle, even if this isn't like somebody being blocked out of somebody's life. Whatever obstacle this is, and I'll get more on that in a little bit, whatever obstacle this is, this person is definitely going to hurdle it. They've made a decision. King of Wands. Let's get this King of Wands energy. What is this King of Wands energy? Six of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. This may be some sort of third party situation. Is what it's starting to look like to me. Like I said, this person could be married or something like that, engaged. Otherwise, that could be an obstacle here. That could be the obstacle here. I don't know what this, like I said, I'll clarify all of that in a little bit, but this could be that obstacle that they're overcoming, finally deciding to leave this other relationship. There's a little bit of sneaky behavior here, though, by this King of Wands. Little bit of sneaky behavior here. And when I say sneaky behavior, I'm noticing that in the Six of Pentacles card, they're like giving to two people. And this could be also a situation where, like I said, one of them is in another relationship, but still tries to somehow get back in the other person's life. This could be a situation where they come forward and they try to get back into the other twin's life, and they tell them that they express these feelings for them or whatever and want to take action towards them, but they're still being held back by this other situation. It could be that. Let's get this Six of Cups. What's this Six of Cups? Tell me what the Six of Cups is. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like in the past there has, like I said with this card, remember when I said this could have been an offer made in the past that was somehow rejected or something like that, or passed over. I'm hearing the words pass over. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like this is something just wasn't followed through with. Wow, this is really sounding like that other reading. Something here was not followed through with, though. And there is some element of a toxic entanglement here. Devil card, Capricorn energy. I feel like there is also some sort of obsession here. A little bit of obsession I'm getting with this. Maybe this person doesn't want to come forward to the other person, or is scared to, or something like that, because they want to and they're going to, but the fear that this person has, this Nine of Swords energy, this fear that this person has, like the strength that they're going to have, is because I think they know that maybe they were toxic in the past. Like they're aware of this Page of Pentacles and the reverse energy. They're aware that they've done this. For the Page of Cups, I also have this Six of Swords in the reverse. So the Six of Swords is like moving on to calmer waters, calming a situation down, coming into like peace in a situation. But I feel like this person, I feel like two things. I feel like neither one of these people has kind of moved on from the relationship. And I feel like both of them maybe have thought about coming forward and apologizing or reaching out or having some sort of communication or something like that. And also, I feel like this reach out that may occur may not move things into calmer waters. Like I said, this person could still be like in another relationship or whatever situation that they have not left. I don't feel like they've left it. This could be like a distant situation. This could be all kinds of different situations, but they have not left this other situation. And I feel like because of that, but like there's not going to be a whole lot of moving forward in the situation. But there is a sudden shift happening here. And this, it's like somebody here is having some sort of like aha moment, though. They are. There's just a lot of obstacles here that this person has got to cross. And there's fear. And there's also them knowing that in the past there's been, there's been some sort of deception in the past. This person knows that. Some sort of toxic energy in the past. They know that. So let's get this Ace of Swords. What's this Ace of Swords energy? Four of Swords. Chariot card, Cancerian energy. This could be a distant situation, like I said, with this Chariot card. And like I said, I've been having vivid dreams of vehicles, being in vehicles. So that could have, travel could have something to do with this. Coming home for a funeral. I'm hearing coming home for a funeral. There could be somebody, this could be a situation where these people live at a distance. Somebody's coming home for a funeral, and maybe they're going to reach out and have this contact while they're visiting for a funeral or something like that. I'm getting that strongly. But also I feel like this communication that's coming in is going to involve them telling the other person that they have thought about this. They've thought about this heavily. They know what they're doing. They're sure of themselves. They're sure of what they're doing. But again, I feel like there's still an element that's holding this person back. There's still something here. There's some sort of block, some stagnation, something here. Something here that this person has still not gotten rid of. Ten of Wands. Some sort of like burden here. And it is burdening this person. Whatever this is, they're heavily thinking about this. Maybe there's some element here if they don't know what to do. Yeah, they may not know what to do. Hanged Man energy, Pisces energy. It's like they have the light bulb comes on, but they're still like hung up. So that's the energy that I'm getting here. What is this Five of Wands in the reverse? What is this Five of Wands in the reverse? Magician card, Gemini, Virgo energy. I feel like this is just giving me a little bit of manipulation. I don't like that. There is some sort of manipulation here. This could be a situation. This could be the fight that takes place. This person comes forward and they express their emotions, they express their feelings, and then they skip right over the part where they're still in another relationship or whatever obstacles this person has to overcome to go towards their twin. And then that's boom when the fight happens and they're like, why are you calling me? There's absolutely no reason, or whatever this is, text message, seeing each other in person, I don't know, but either way I feel like that's where the fight occurs. Man, I feel like it's very manipulative for this other person to come forward, say all of this, put all of this out on the table, and then not even really mention that, hey, I'm still, I still have a lot I have to overcome in order to get to you. And with this Knight of Swords, I get this King of Swords energy, and I feel like that's the other twin, and that's where they're like, no, I'm not doing this. There is, this is what energy this is giving me is you didn't have to reach out to me, you didn't have to talk to me. There was absolutely no reason to do it. I feel like right now one of the twins is in this energy. I feel like when the reach out comes in, they're going to be the Knight of Swords energy. It's going to a little bit regress. This person's going to regress a little bit in their anger. Some harsh words could be shared during this. So since we have that, just in general what is happening, let's get let's get Let's get the divine feminine. Where is the divine feminine? We'll figure out who's who in this situation. Where is the divine feminine in this situation? Where is the divine feminine in this situation? Devil card in the reverse. Ten of Swords in the reverse. I feel like the divine feminine is in the energy of they got out of a toxic situation. I feel like they feel like they were betrayed in the situation. So whatever played out here beforehand, there was some sort of betrayal. And I feel like right now that they're, like I said, this King of Swords energy here, I feel like this is the feminine. This is the feminine. This is the one that's going to be very like, I feel like the masculine's going to come in and the masculine's going to, want to talk about the weather or something like that. And I feel like the feminine's going to be like, no, what do you want? Why are you calling me? What do you, and they're going to maybe bring up this Devil card in the reverse, Ten of Swords in the reverse, Page of Pentacles in the reverse again. Remember I had the Page of Pentacles out here with the Six of Cups, like an offer that was given and never followed through on. Somebody's throat, this like clearing my throat's making me think, I feel like somebody's heart chakra is opening, and I feel like the other person's throat chakra is going to open. I feel like the feminine is going to open their throat chakra. This could be a problem for the feminine throughout their life, is speaking up for themselves, standing up for themselves. And I feel like that throat chakra is going to open when the masculine reaches out. But I also feel like the heart chakra is opening for the masculine though. And I think this reach out that's going to occur between the masculine and the feminine is going to be like, it is going to be sincere. It's going to be sincere from the masculine's point, like, but there's just this other situation that's holding the masculine, and I feel a little bit like the masculine might act like they're held hostage in the situation. I want to say in this, they are not held hostage in any kind of situation. This is a choice. So, there's that. So what's the masculine's energy? Where's the masculine in this? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they're the King of Wands in this situation. Where's the masculine at in this situation? King of Cups in the reverse. That's not good. Eight of Cups. Well, they might be walking away from the situation. Like I said, Four of Swords. This person has gone within. And I have the Five of Wands in the reverse. I feel like the masculine definitely could be walking away from some sort of situation. This King of Cups in the reverse, it's like there's no, when they do walk away from this other situation, it's like there's no love lost in this situation. Not to mean that there was never love in the situation, but it's just like the King of Cups is emotionally unavailable. Emotionally unstable could even be, but to me it's giving emotionally unavailable. They may be walking away from a situation where they're with somebody who's emotionally unavailable. But I also get this feeling like the masculine is still struggling. Okay, this could be something that the masculine struggled with in the past, being emotionally unavailable. And this could be what this Four of Swords energy is about. They've been kind of reflecting on this a lot. Nine of Swords out here. So let's get some more on the actions here, though. Let's get some more on the actions here. I'm sorry, this is kind of everywhere. It just came to me to do this reading. I felt like something was going on in the twin flame universe, if you want to call it that. And yeah, Ace of Cups. There is going to be some sort of offer made. Full card, Aries energy. Somebody is freeing themselves from some situation. Chariot card in the reverse. So I had it out here in the upright. Chariot card in the reverse. I feel like, again, there's a holdup. And here's the Six of Swords in reverse again. There's a holdup. They want to come forward. They're going to express their emotions. They're going to say all these things, and they mean it when they say it. I do want to say that they do mean what they're saying. They absolutely mean every single word that they're saying. But I feel like there's just this holdup. There's this holdup in the situation. Clarify the holdup. Let's clarify this holdup. I feel like it's another relationship, another living situation or something like that. Let's clarify the holdup. What is the holdup? Queen of Pentacles. This person could be married. This could be some sort of job as well. There's something here tied to this person's like financial stability. There's something here about stability that this is holding this person back in the situation. So what's going to be the outcome in the situation? Give me an outcome in the situation. Four of Cups. Okay. King of Cups in the reverse. And the King of Swords. So Five of Cups. I feel like there's going to be the outcome in the situation looks to me a little bit like somebody's going to, like the feminine, probably with this King of Swords energy, Knight of Swords energy. They're just going to maybe reject this offhand. The masculine is being completely sincere with everything that they're saying. That's true. But the masculine's still a little bit in this energy right here. And that's the problem. They don't have a lot to offer. They're loved, but I mean, if this is a situation where this person is in a different relationship, that's just not enough, you know? King of Swords, I feel like this is going to be the feminine's energy in the situation. I feel like they're not having it. They're not having it. And this may end up Five of Cups. I feel like when this does happen, I feel like the feminine kind of rejects the situation. I think this really hurts the masculine. I do think this really hurts the masculine. I think the masculine understands why this person is rejecting this. But I feel like the masculine's getting so swept up in these emotions of this sudden realization that they just almost can't help themselves. And I just think this is, for the feminine, this is going to look a lot like manipulation. And I feel like the feminine is going to draw a line in the sand in the situation. This is good. I want to say this. I'm going to put my cards down. This is good, though. This is not bad. This is a good thing. This means that the feminine has learned their lesson. This means that the feminine is loving self. This means the feminine is no longer going to just give to somebody who's going to continue to take. That's good. This is also a lesson for the masculine that, you know, there are consequences for your actions. You can't just have me when you want me and be gone the next day. Like this can't happen. That cannot happen. And I feel like this is good. This is good, and actually this is going to cause the masculine to have a lot more respect for the feminine too. And with twin flames, every single time the feminine heals something, the masculine mirrors that. So this, I feel like, this is a mirroring situation. I feel like on the inside, these people are mirroring each other. Remember, I held up that balance card. These people are mirroring each other, dreaming about each other, communicating, even in dream states, could be. Brick wall. Defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach, yeah. But I have squad here, and this is about reconciliation, soul tribe, close friends. This person could try to reach out to, the masculine could be trying to reach out to the feminine through a friend. SOS, distressed, act with urgency. Yeah, this is going to be like this is going to feel to the masculine like urgency. So urgent that they may go through a friend to reach out to the feminine. That could happen. That's not for everybody. That's not gonna resonate for everyone. But yeah, so that's what I got for twin flames. This is a little bit like intense energy, but I was just calling here to do this. Like I said, I've been having really vivid dreams lately, especially about being in vehicles and things like that. Something about travel. I notice when I wake up from the dreams and I have the dreams, it's very like a nostalgic feeling. It's very much like visiting somewhere you haven't been in a long time and then remembering what it felt like. That's how the dreams have been for me. So anyways, that's what I got. I do have that all signs reading I just posted. And yeah, there will probably be a couple of more readings coming this weekend. I think I may do like where I have a video and I do like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Not that the reading will be for all three of them. There will be 3 separate readings, and I may do that for fire signs, and air signs and earth signs as well. So I'll see about that. So that's what I got. Thanks for watching.